Hey guys, happy World Carnivorous Plant Day of 2024. So we're here early April, so this will be released, I believe, May 1st. Welcome to the greenhouses. You guys are in for a treat. Never have I done a greenhouse walkthrough this time of year. Honestly, the Sarracenia are just waking up, so they're not at their absolute prime yet. But as you can see, the flowers, we've started to pollinate those, and we should have some amazing crosses coming up. Lots of new growth and really good color on the Sarracenia this year. It wasn't a super heavy repot year, but definitely cleaned up all these pots, so I don't have as much moss. A few things I would like to show you before we come in is this one. This one is known as Bloody Punch, and it is just, I think, one of the most spectacular Sarracenia ever bred. I've only had it for about a year, maybe a year and a half now, but already just the color, the white top, and then this picture is getting darker and darker. I've seen one growing in Italy that was just like black on the bottom, and then this kept white, and it was amazing. Also have this Drosophilum here. So this is one of the few carnivorous plants native to a drier environment. This one comes from Portugal, and I believe a little bit into Spain. This one smells amazing. It's like honey. So as the insects fly into the greenhouse, the first thing they see is this Drosophilum, and as you can see, it is eating well today. As we continue on around, we have this Black Widow. That one is a super dark hybrid. I believe that was created by Travis Wyman, and I got this one from Robert Coe a little while back, and it is just spectacular. We have other cool ones such as Simone from Jerry Addington. That one I believe I got from Kenji Coe. And what else? Oh, and then you can't forget your Carnivorous Plant swag. This is a Carnivorous Plant t-shirt from California Carnivores, my hero when I was about 12 or 13 years old, and still just some great people that run the operation there. Speaking of California Carnivores, this is one of their most famous Sarracenia. This one is known as Deep Throat, and it is just a beauty. This is an excellence. Pretty good size this year. I divided it up, and maybe not the biggest I've ever had it, but just really, really nice shape, color, and you see that nice coppery color up top, and it's just beautiful. We'll put that one back, and let's look on this side. Ooh, this was my other most wanted plant of last year. This one is known as Top Lady. This is actually a Japanese created hybrid, and it is amazing. It has this beautiful dark pink lips and stays a beautiful white in color. And this is definitely the biggest I've had it yet, and just to see what it will do this summer, I just can't wait. Other cool ones, King Cobra. This one just started, hasn't completely colored up yet, but it looks like we made a really nice hybrid. It'll be King Cobra crossed with Belly of Blood. So pretty excited for that one. Okay, let's set that one back down. Other Sarracenia in this area that's looking pretty nice. We have this beautiful Flava. This one was bred by Callan in Portland, and let's check what it is. Flava atroperp, Gulf Coast crossed with Capuria Lois Oats. So it says best of batch, and as you can see, I mean, we are pretty solid for that. And you can see this beautiful rim of nectar on the lid of this plant. I just love it, and haven't been growing that one all that long, and it's already just a showstopper here. Okay, then let's see what else we've got. I really like this one. So this one came from Drew at Carnivoro. It is a Leucophila Hurricane Creek White crossed with Flava Maxima. So it just has really nice kind of pastel-like colors there. We also have a beautiful one right here known as Serengeti Sunset. And this one is bred by Jerry Addington up in the Seattle area as well. I guess before we head on, we might as well stop in this section here. As you can see, or maybe hear, my 3 o'clock mist just kicked on the nepenthes side. So we will be there relatively soon, but want to show you the spring Sarracenia first. So we have this beautiful belly of blood right here with all this new growth. I probably will divide it either later this spring or summer. It's just almost crowding out the pot, but have some really nice flowers that we've been able to cross. This one was crossed with Lightning Thief. That one should be spectacular. Then this one right here is known as Vampire Queen. It's just lovely. Okay, so let's continue on around. Maybe my favorite flava ever bred or found is Flava Waccamaw. So as you can see, what makes this one so unique is it stays yellow when it first opens on the inside of the trap, and then the trap on the outside will just get darker and darker. So this Waccamaw is just beautiful. Ugh. And the shape as well, I just love it. So we'll put that one back. Around here we have some other ones. This one is known as Saxapaha, which is a beautiful Morii. We have Sword Swallower right next to it. And this is a Bob Hanaran Morii, number 10, from Kenji as well. And that's its first picture of the season, but usually it's my tallest spring picture. Another new one I haven't had all that long is this one back here called Crackling Rose. Just an amazing plant. I think I got this one from Dirty Divisions, but I believe that Jimmy Connor was the one who actually bred this one. And these are newly opened, but it is just wonderful. As we come on over here, this one is MFPOS, and this one I believe was a Dirty Divisions specialty. Really nice and girthy, just big and beautiful. And here, this one is known as Ellie Wang. This one was my most wanted plant for years and years, and finally got this one from Mark T. Thanks again, Mark. I really appreciate it. It is just coming along really well. Then over to here, some really nice Morii. I think a lot of Morii in this section here, but we better continue on around. Can't forget fly traps. So we have what I'm hoping could be some world record fly traps in this section. So this one is Mariachi, Montecore. Then we have another Montecore. This one is Alien, the current Guinness World Record holder. Then we have La Grossa a la Gigi, and Goliath from Green Jaws, and Jaws Smiley, which is always a slow one to wake up in the spring. Then we have both species of Viridula. This one is, of course, dentata there. It's a notoriously difficult one, especially because you only get about 3 seeds per flower. And then you have Gorgonius right behind it. So 2 really good ones there. And as we come on around, you can see some of the tuberous sundews. So these grow all winter long, and they have just started to fade. You can see they're on their way out, but actually they looked really pretty good all winter long. But then they kind of look like this once things start to warm up. I'll repot them, and it looks like little tubers, kind of little potatoes, and they'll start growing again next October or November. And then we have the propagation of some of my fly traps. So these are actually all fly traps that will be for sale this year. So some really nice varieties here. Again, just waking up. Other brand new arrivals that I'm super excited about. This one is known as Uranus, named after the planet, I believe. But it is just a really weird looking one. First spring I've had it, so I can't wait to see how big it'll get this summer. Another new arrival from California carnivores is Chinese dumpling. So just a little guy so far, but whew, that is spectacular looking. I do love myself some Chinese dumplings, and this flytrap looks awesome. Okay, we better skip this Sarracenia if we have time. We'll come back to it. But as we enter the tropical side, you can see the mist is still on. So right now the misting is coming on for 15 minutes, 3 times a day. I'll probably up it to 20 minutes 4 times a day during the summer. So just finished repotting quite a few nepenthes seedlings there. Honestly, my nepenthes never look quite as nice during the winter. So a plant like this, you can see it's kind of hesitated all winter long, but you can see each and almost every one of these tendrils. So my guess is it'll have 20 active pitchers on it in less than 2 months, as long as everything goes well in the greenhouse. Let's see, we have a couple Leviathan back here. This one is a nice upper. This one's been open since well before Christmas, so it has started to fade, but it is pretty good size. A hefty plant, that's for sure. And as we come on up, we have this beautiful Utricularia alpina crossed. Oh, this is Humboldtii crossed with alpina. This one I believe Travis Wyman did, and it is just like a little orchid growing in a net pot hanging in the rafters. We have some cool Ime right here that are just transitioning, so we should have lots of pictures on that relatively soon. As we go to this side, some various other nepenthes as well, but come on down and I'll show you some pinguicula. So these are just waking up, so they've had a nice winter dormancy. Some are still in their what you call a succulent rosette phase. This one is named Filcula, named after Phil Felice by Brambles Botanicals. So that is a spectacular one. You can't see, but this flower was nearly 2 inches across. And then as we look on this side, we have some of my favorite Heliumphora. So this is the Pelosa section. So these are actually just about to fill these pots. I may repot them here in the next couple months. Maybe even take a division or 2 off of those. This clone 3 right here is just spectacularly dark and red, but I have never divided that one before, so maybe get a division or 2 off of it. And then as we come around and up, here's a really nice Nepenthes Mullis hybrid. Let's see what this one, oh my. It's one of the red leaf exotic hybrids. We'll just call it RE003 because I can't say all those names as fast as Dawn does, so we will come on around. What else do we got here? The greenhouse is, for this time of year, looking just spectacular. I mean, even though it's perfect time, we still have quite a few pictures up in the sky. Of course, one of my favorites is this Raja crossed with Edwardsiana that Robin and I made. I believe I planted this one from seed in 2018. So honestly, it's not all that old, and it is just getting bigger and better. This one is growing in a 1-gallon pot, which I think the pitcher would almost hold a gallon now. We also have this spectacular, this one is Diabolica crossed with Edwardsiana. And as you can see, it is just holding so many pitchers. This pitcher just opened, I think yesterday or today. And then its biggest pitcher is this guy right here. But look at that. I mean, it doesn't get much better. And then as we'll come on around, let's see what else we have. We have some little Jacquelinias here. We have a couple more Raja Edwardsianas. And one spectacular section here. So these all just came out of my freezer grow chambers. I think everything there is seed grown. Another Diabolica crossed with Eddie. This is a beautiful Hamada crossed with Niagara. Wow, I see 2 eye spots actually. So Jeff Schaefer actually made this one, and it is looking beautiful. Look at those teeth in the eye spots. I've never noticed that before. We also have the famed Heliumphora macdonaldi and Godzilla, which is still a relatively small one under my care, but it is growing super fast. But all those Heliumphora are looking pretty solid. They love the cool winters here in Colorado. It brings out some of the best candy apple red colors. We have this really nice Truncata edwardsiana. So this one is one that Robin and I believe Josh Brown of Predatory Plants collaborated on. Looks super squat and really thick. So I'm interested in how that one, it should be just massive, massive plant. And then I have one from Dom at Red Leaf that is up in these rafters. Honestly, it needs a repot and just has that beautiful picture there. But he has some that are over 17 inches across. Okay, so then let's come on around. I will talk about one of my all-time favorite nepenthes. This one is known as Veitchii Candy Dreams, and it is just loving this corner right now. It's really, really striped red, and even has a few growing points on it, so pretty excited for that one. We have a few other things back here. This one is a flowering Raja crossed with Mira that I crossed a few years ago, and pretty good size, but kind of under here, not in the most prime real estate at the moment, but still looking pretty good. And let's come on around and we will finish it up in this section here with maybe one of the greatest hybrids of all time, which is Nepenthes lowii crossed with Truncata. So I actually have a few plants here. This one is the wide peristome form. This one is the same clone that California Carnivores has that is so big. This one I believe is a Truncata red form that was used in it. And then we have the giant form right here, which is the super famous one that Exotica has one, probably bigger than any of the benches in my greenhouse. So such a beautiful spot. Should have a lot of nice pictures here this summer, but I just love, I can kind of go back into my jungle here. You can see it's growing up this way, a nice basal rosette coming along here, and it is just spectacular. Well, again, I just wanted to wish you all a wonderful World Carnivorous Plant Day, wherever you are in the world. I'm here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and it is just an amazing time of year to be getting a greenhouse tour. We will see you all soon. Ciao.
It's not a surprise that gardeners, educators, and scientists are fascinated by these unique plants. The International Carnivorous Plants Society, or ICPS, not only love these plants, but welcomes growers just getting started all the way through professional scientists. The ICPS even started an annual World Carnivorous Plant Day to celebrate them. The free online event is held the first Wednesday of May. Take a look around our website and you'll find historic documents about carnivorous plants, growing guides, free educational resources, and more. Have questions? Ask. We don't bite, but our plants do.